Welcome to the show. What's going
What's up?
on? All right. First and foremost, we typically do the show on Saturdays, on special occasions, or on occasions where we just
Life happens.
where life happens. We just can't do it on Saturdays. We will push it typically until Sunday, which is what we did today. Sometimes, but very rarely, we will skip a week. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen every now and again. But we wanted to say thank you um, for changing your schedule to come on over and seeing us today. Now, the one thing I do want to say is I know you've been busy. Me, myself, I spent 3 days out of state working on a grand opening. And then when I got back, it was all day at work, and I didn't get home from work until probably
It was like 6:30.
a short period before we were supposed to go live, and there's just no way. In fact, this morning
You can't shit, shower, shave, and get the show ready
right,
because
and
I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. So
yeah, and then this morning I meant to wake up, kind of early. I guess I was just so beat that it just wasn't going to happen. So thank you again for coming on over today, um, and just kind of chilling with us. Definitely, I want to say welcome to the show. Again, Hoopy Star, I want to say thank you for everything you've done for us, and continue to do for us and with us. He's the one that does our intro. He's the one that does our outro. So, having said that, um, there is something that I wanted to show real quick, um, because I know that on occasion um, he tries to put something together for us, and we, hey, can we do this instead, or can we make this change? And I know he does a lot of hard work for us, but I found this meme, and oh, where'd it go? It's not there. Here it is. But I found this meme that kind of sums up what he does for us and how we make changes, and sometimes those changes just don't go probably.
We derail it.
We do appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Honestly, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes around the background that we just could
We
not
don't.
do on our own.
We don't have any idea how to do. So
No, completely out of my realm, and I understand that. So
yeah, my wheelhouse is wrenching on cars, not doing computer and thingies. I'm
well,
actually really surprised I get to this point every Saturday or Sunday.
I, some days I feel the same way. Um, but also, we got some cool merch. You and I need to talk either after the show today, because that was the original plan for me, was to get a hold of you today and actually sit down with some stuff as far as some of our merch, or we need to talk tomorrow when you get off work. But either way, we're going to have some new stuff coming into the merch. And with that being said, go to kdz.com for Pro Brothers and KDZ merch. Um, go now. You can see we got a glass. We've also got this shirt, and there will be other stuff added to it. On top of that, I do have some other plans that you and I will be talking about afterward, and go from there. What you got there?
What I'm drinking tonight, man.
What are you drinking?
I liked it so much that I am still drinking it. Equal rare tan, baby.
You know what? That's what I actually pulled out.
And you guys, we're not that fancy yet, but maybe someday we'll get one of these to where you guys can purchase. Because this is one of my favorite things to fidget with. And I know you guys hate it, but this is obviously a lot quieter. So, mine's been brewing for at least a half hour. I haven't touched it. My mouth is salivating, so I'm ready.
Oh, I'm gonna get a little bit of a swishy swishy going on right there.
Mine's there. And by the way, this is more than just a drink. So
Oh, just like the title of the show said, too much work, not enough whiskey. And that is so true for this past week. I think most of my days were sitting between 13 and 15 hours, kind of depending on the day. And being out of town, baked in the sun. I don't know if you can see a little rosy cheeks going on here. I got baked pretty good. Um,
there's that tunnel again.
the tunnel,
Yeah,
which tunnel?
the one that we're listening to you.
Oh, no.
That there it goes.
Did it go away or is it back?
Nope, it's good.
Okay. Either way, too much whiskey or too much work, not enough whiskey this week. And
It's pretty much most weeks, to be honest.
that's true. It's very true.
So I have something I want to try out today.
Okay, what's that?
I only have 4 things, but
What do you have?
just fun and miscellaneous facts.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't know. I didn't know any of these, but maybe other people do. Were you aware that Hawaii moves 3 feet closer to Alaska every year?
Actually, I did know that, and I knew that because I looked at tectonic plates. Just kind of like I know that the moon leaves
1.5 inches further away.
every year.
Yep.
And what about the size of the Atlantic?
That I don't know.
It actually shrinks. No, the size of the Atlantic gets bigger every year, and the Pacific actually shrinks. I think I got that right. Might be backward on that. No, I'm pretty sure that is what it is. The Pacific gets smaller, and the Atlantic is getting bigger. So,
Yep.
just stupid random facts that I have in my head. What else you got?
I got another one. It says the ocean makes more oxygen than the Amazon does.
Correct. And do you know why that is?
I do, because of the phytoplankton, which are the microscopic marine organisms. They generate somewhere between 50 and 80% of the Earth's atmosphere.
And
The
is that
Amazon was supposed to be what everybody pretty much thought was what gave us most of our air, the forest, and it actually isn't. So
No, I think that it's like
it's considerably less, actually.
like a third or a quarter,
So
isn't it? Now, here's a question for you. Plankton, is that a plant or is that an animal?
it's a microorganism.
So it'd be considered more along the animal side?
I don't know. I'm not the
Well, let me see.
phytoplankton organism guru guy. I did very poorly in science.
All right, let's is plankton an animal or a plant? Plankton is not just a plant or an animal. Huh?
Hey.
What?
I was saying hi to O'Neill the Welshman.
Hey, O'Neill.
We're doing pretty well. We both had some pretty crazy week. I did an engine job earlier this week and some other pretty decent jobs. And then I came home to clean out my garage. And one of the things I got sidetracked on was a big, huge, I would say it was probably pretty damn close to being a basketball-sized wasp. Not wasp, but
Hornet nest?
hornet nest.
Damn.
So my cheap fix to that, instead of buying hornet spray, which is like $7 to $9, $8, $10, however much that shit cost.
Well, I was going to say gasoline, but that sounds about the same price.
I went to my local auto parts store, and I
Brake
got some
cleaner?
brake clean,
I knew that's where you're going.
and I sprayed the shit out of the paper side of it. And the best part is when that brake clean hits any of them hornets, it almost immediately detours them away, and then they go poof down to the ground. And then when you combine that with fire,
Flame?
I emptied an entire bottle on that, an entire can on that, and then today I finished it off with another can.
So, one
So-
thing you really need to be careful about is when you hit some of these insects with fire, they get that covering and then they get hit with fire. It's kind of like embers that are floating in the wind, except they are wing powered. You don't want them going toward the house.
I don't know how familiar you are with wings, but they almost instantly disintegrate under fire.
Once it gets to the wings, yes, but you get them lit and then they're hauling ass away from you and they're on fire. And then by the time their wings get hit, sometimes they have gone considerably closer to the area you don't want them to go to.
Fortunately, it was pretty far away from the.
Hey, look, we got Tree Service Man in the group. We have Roger in the group, along with O'Neill, Michelle Shock, Mama T, Pops. He's here. We got a good group in here.
Yep.
Real quick, plankton. You have zooplankton, which is animal-like, and you have phytoplankton, which is plant-like, which is why the phytoplankton is what gives you the oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to look that up because I knew that plankton in general was animal, but that was zooplankton that's animal-like. So I just had to pass on that. Go ahead.
It says I sent. Oh, wait a minute! I sent a request for a website design. Who do I talk to?
All right. So Tree Service Man. I was talking to Hoopy Star about this very thing earlier. Okay, and he did get your request, and he is going to be reaching out to you. He's kind of busy at the moment. However, I will be talking to him again this evening, and I will make sure that he reaches out to you. Hoopy Star will be getting in touch with you in regards to that. So, yes, please give him a chance to get back in front of a computer. Like I said, he's the one that kind of does all the cool stuff when it comes to this technology mumbo jumbo, which I don't have. Anyway, he'll get in touch with you very soon, probably tomorrow, if that's all right. He'll try and set up. Now, did you actually give him a way to contact you back, like a phone number or an email? Because that's going to be the key there. And as long as you did that, then absolutely, he's going to be getting in contact with you probably tomorrow. Just want to give you a heads up. Yeah, he does a lot. So if you take a look at MrZedmedia.com and look up MrZedmedia.com/PBD, and you take a look at that website, he designed the entire thing, okay, ground up. So that had nothing to do with us. We just had input, and he just put it all together. So you gave him an email, perfect. He'll be able to get in touch with you. Like I said, I did talk with him a little bit this morning briefly about it, and he is going to get in touch with you. So we appreciate you on that. All right, what else you got?
I have two more things.
Okay.
Lightning doesn't just only occur in thunderstorms. Did you know that? Because I didn't.
I did, and I knew that because
I am
of
effing retarded then, because I didn't know any of this. But of course, I admitted that in front. So
I am a nerd when it comes to certain things. Random knowledge, yes. So ball lightning is a phenomenon where it is a ball of electricity that can happen without any type of storm being around. It is just something to do with the way the atmosphere works.
It's the ions and stuff getting in there. Yeah.
Yep. And you can do that. Also, do you know what a sprite is?
No. I mean, I've
Okay.
heard of it, but I'm not familiar with it.
I'm not talking about the little elfish things inside the forests. Okay. I'm talking a sprite, an electrical sprite, which is seen via like the space station. They go up into space.
Oh, wow.
So that is something that is different than your regular lightning, which typically is between clouds and ground
Yeah, and they meet in the middle.
and that type of thing. So
So it says it can happen during volcanic eruptions, and wildfires,
yep.
and unbelievably snowstorms.
Yes. Snow lightning is a thing.
That's
and-
crazy. I would love to see that, but not not super close or nothing. But
Right, because that would mean that one, I'm in the snow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I live in the snow, so yeah. But
Tree Service Man, he is not in Georgia. He is actually out of Chicago. He lives up in the Illinois area. Mr. 3 is someplace outside of, he's in West Virginia, and I'm outside north of Atlanta myself. But no, we're actually collaborating with a bunch of different things from multiple locations. So,
last one.
Oh, yep. Go ahead.
I got one more. I want to ask you though, because now
Uh-oh.
I got to know. Do you know the only insect? Do you know of the only insect that can turn its head?
If I had to guess about the only insect that can turn its head,
There, look.
it's a fly.
No.
It's not a fly. So you're going to say it's a praying mantis.
It's absolutely a praying mantis.
See, ants, though. See, I was thinking a fly or an ant, but no, you're absolutely right. I don't think I've ever considered a praying mantis an insect, but
It is an insect.
it is. Yeah.
Praying mantis. Okay,
You know they
that's
don't.
all I got.
You know they don't care about what your size is.
Oh, absolutely not.
No,
They give no shits.
no, they will. They're like the honey badgers of the insect world.
They are like the Roberts of our family.
There's that brings me up to a
Rest in peace. I love that guy to death, but still.
brings me to a kind of a meme type thing that I saw the other day. It said, "I have come to a point in my life where I don't get mad at you and just come out and say it. What I'll do is I will take letters away from your name, and when you run out of letters, you're out of my life." And someone had posted that, and I responded and said, "Damn, Bob's fucked."
Yeah.
They actually responded back because I'm not subscribed to them or anything, and they were dying. They're like, "I never thought of it that way. That is great." But yeah, it was pretty funny.
And that's very true. I did know that the female bites the head off of the male after mating. So it's you better make sure you got all your shit in order when you're
they're not
together with that one. So
they're not the only species that does that either.
no,
Black widows will do
if I
it.
recall, black widows do it with the brown widows, and it's the same deal.
Yep. Hoopy Star's in. I thought he wasn't going to be here until later. Hoopy Star.
He might have
glad-
just got here.
Yeah, I see that you are in contact with Tree Service Man. So there you go. All right, so you did your deal. I got mine. Now, I actually had a couple of things pinned from yesterday in advance, but since today is not yesterday, today is today. I'm still going to hit a couple of things from yesterday,
Perfect.
because
I was
I thought
going
they
to
were-
say,
but I will also hit some things from today. So, this day in history yesterday, um, in 1498, Christopher Columbus landed at Paria Peninsula in Venezuela.
no, that wasn't me.
No, you're not a Columbus.
I am a Christopher, though.
Yes. He set foot on the continent of South America for the first time. Columbus thought he had landed on an island and named the peninsula Isla Santa. He claimed the island for Spain. But it wasn't an island, it was a peninsula. So, and then in 1774, Joseph Priestley discovers oxygen. Now, first time I read that, I went, huh? And then I'm like, okay, well, he discovered the element that we call oxygen, which is, anyway, the English scientist.
I want to know how the hell he stayed alive long enough to discover oxygen.
He called the gas diphlogistatic air because he adhered to the popular theory of phlogiston. I think they're just making fucking words up, man.
I think they do.
An imaginary flammable element. Oxygen is extremely flammable by itself.
Mhm.
Not imaginary, I promise. I watched it go boom. The theory was discredited during the chemical revolution, but Priestley refused to abandon it and was ultimately shunned by much of the scientific community as a result. So, hey.
So you actually found a bottle yesterday
Look at that.
of the stuff that I have? Did you find did you find the same bottle or no?
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Hey. That's good. That's a good thing to go with.
No, because I've already counted that stuff as out and about. So I was gonna, like I said, I was gonna give that to Raj, but boy, if he found the same bottle, then I'm gonna keep this one and display the crap out of it because they didn't make very many of them bottles.
No, they didn't, sir. No, they didn't.
256 bottles. That's it.
Yep, that was it. All right.
Holy smokes.
1831, the London Bridge opened.
Right on.
I hate to say it, but London couldn't keep their bridge.
I mean, is that how the song came about?
London Bridge is falling down. Well, you know where the London Bridge is now, right?
I know there's parts of it in Arizona, I thought.
The entire thing's in Havasu. Well, I say the entire thing, but there's probably a couple of bricks here or there that's missing elsewhere. But yes, it is in Lake Havasu. Someone decided that they wanted to take it and put it over there. Let's see.
Shit.
All right, so August 1st, 1941. What is significant about August 1st, 1941, sir?
I feel like I should know this, but I don't.
You should know this. You, sir.
They got nothing to do with me.
Oh, yes, sir, it does. You've had multiples of these over the years. I've had one. Oh, look at that. You gotta put that on display. You can't drink it. I know how good it is. You can't drink it.
No, that's real fucking good. So, no, I'm curious.
The Jeep is born.
The Jeep Willys.
1941. August 1st. The
I
Jeep
haven't
was
had
born.
one forever.
Oh, you also got a Jeep in the front yard, though. I got one. It's just not a.
Mine's a Grand Cherokee. It's not a. It's
Not
not
a
a.
Jeep.
It's
It's
not
a Jeep. It's still a Jeep.
They only consider it a Jeep because it's got the 7 bars in the front.
Hmm.
Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Do you know what those stand for?
No.
Oh, I don't either.
But that's the only way that they've considered it a Jeep, really.
1956, on August 1st, the polio vaccine was made publicly available.
Do what?
The polio vaccine was made publicly available. So to keep people from getting polio,
Yeah.
they had that.
I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to run through this bottle.
Yeah, it happens.
It tastes exceptionally well tonight.
Here's one for you, and you may not know this one. 1966, okay? Charles Whitman opens fire from the clock tower at the University of Texas. Killed 22 people, wounded 31 more before he was shot by Austin police officers. So if you see an old clip or whatnot where it looked like it was a university and someone is up on a clock tower or someone references clock tower shooting, this is what they're talking about.
No, I did not know that.
Yep. And then this one, you were old enough to be around for this. Even Sis, as young as she is, was old enough to be around for this.
Doesn't necessarily mean I will remember it.
No, you would have been probably too young to remember this one. 1981, August 1st.
Yeah, I was 3 years old, bro.
I know.
I don't know what I was doing at 10.
You were 2.
It depends. When did it happen?
August 1st, 1981.
I was 2 years and a few months.
Month and a half.
Close
Ish.
enough. Close enough. God
So-
damn, dude. Get off me.
MTV goes live on the air.
Oh, shit.
And you want to know what the very first song they played? Hey, chat. What was the first song that MTV played?
Without cheating, guys. Come on.
Yeah. See, I know what the first song on MTV was. I also know what the last song on MTV was when they finally cut it off.
I couldn't tell you that because I was not an MTV guy. I was not a music person.
I
Period.
like music, but
I
This-
like music, but I wasn't enough into it that it was like,
yeah, well, the history aspect of it is what got me. So,
well, right. But like you and Sis always had music and you had music you liked. I was never a big music person. I just never
Right.
was. Like, I don't think there's one single song out there that I know the entire lyrics to. That's how unmotivated, for the most part, by music that I am. I like beats. I don't like lyrics, in a sense.
understand that. Michelle Shock,
That
is-
is right. I remember.
100% correct. Video Killed the Radio Star was the number one song, the very first song ever played on MTV. And what was the very last song played on MTV?
I couldn't tell you.
Anyone in the chat? Roger and Michelle got the first song.
I'm gonna have to get a piece of ice.
Oh, ice, huh? Well, let me.
Well, mine's already gone.
Oh, that's not happy.
That was a big cube, bro. Of course, it's been sitting around for.
Well,
It's been sitting around for a little bit, so
yeah.
and it's already been through 2 drinks.
Oh, Jennifer's here. I did not see her in the chat.
She did not announce herself.
She answered the question before anyone else did, and I didn't see her.
No,
Video
I didn't
killed-
either.
Video Killed the Radio Star was the first song, and it was also the last song that they played.
Oh, no
Absolutely
shit.
correct. Yep.
I don't know how that was gonna
Absolutely.
happen.
Hey, Jen, glad to see you're here. So yeah, that was August 1st. This day in history. So let's go with this day in history, which is today, which is the 2nd. 1790, the first U.S. census is completed. So we became a country, and then we decided to figure out who all was here. So they could tax us.
The beginning of controlling.
Yep. Speaking of control, 1861 on August 2nd, Congress passes the first income tax law.
Oh, motherfuckers.
I agree.
Better late than never.
Absolutely. And like I said, people, we typically do Saturdays at 7 p.m. However, life happens sometimes, and we swapped it over. We try and give some notice. However, I know yesterday there was no notice. It was, hey, we ain't doing this shit right now. I apologize. That was mainly on me. So that I'll take the hit on that one. But we wanted to make sure that we got,
I agreed to it too. So
yeah.
I mean, I
But
could.
you were willing to jump on and just go for it right then and there, and I'm going.
No, I would rather us both be somewhat
Coherent.
prepared. No, just prepared.
Yeah.
But I also am very understanding in the sense that we both work, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody works harder than men. So, sorry. I also know what it's like to work like you do, because I've done it. And I know at the end of the day, it's nice to be able to just not have to rush into something and half-ass something. So the fact that we were able to just kind of say, hey, you know what, tomorrow is still a day that we could do this, and we could both be a little bit better prepared and a little bit more awake and a little bit more,
Right.
you know.
So
we talked about this last weekend, I think, where we were both just like, yeah, we've had a hell of a week, and we're both super tired. And we don't know how the hell we're going to do this. But as soon as we get started, we're just like, boom, we're wide the hell awake. We're doing it. And we're just like, everything's good. And then by the end of it, we're just kind of like,
done. Yep.
Okay.
Real quick, O'Neill asked a question on how many were counted. Let me kind of go through this. The census was mandated by Article 1, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution and counted just under 4 million Americans in the 13 states and Southwest territories. Okay. The census included the names of the male head of each household and categorized Americans at the time as free white males, free white females, all other free persons, and slaves. Secretary of State Thomas Jefferson and President George Washington both thought the resulting figure was too low and believed that the actual population of the United States had been undercounted. The Congress passed legislation based on the first census to increase the number of seats in the U.S. House of Representatives from 69 to 105. The census has been performed every 10 years since. So, to answer the question, it was just under 4 million people were counted at that time. So hopefully that winds that up. Let's see here. Jen goes, well, somebody was cool enough to tell YouTube that it was going to be late because I checked yesterday and I was able to find out. Yeah,
that's our boy.
Yeah, I jumped on as quick as I could. I did the stream for today as quick as I could and had it rescheduled.
Was it 14 million or 4 million?
4.
Yeah.
Just under 4 million.
Yeah. 4 million.
Yeah, 4 million. So, yep. Let's see here. Congress passed the first income tax law. The law was passed to raise money for the Union Army during the Civil War. While it was not enacted, the law established a precedent for income taxation and contributed to the expansion of the federal government. So, just knowing history just a little bit, I can tell you that every time war happens, the expansion of the U.S. government is going to be there. And that can be whether it is the industrial complex, the military industrial complex. It could be government as far as IRS or DHS or any other of the three-letter agencies that you want to go with, NSA, CIA, FBI, whatnot, ATF. Okay. That is always a result of something happening bigger than just what's within our borders typically. Now, some things like the Civil War, okay, that in and of itself, North versus South, slavery, stuff to that nature. Yes, they're going to want to expand and make money and so on. And to be frank with it, there was a lot more population in the northern states at that time. So in order for them to get more money, they would have definitely taxed their own people in that regards. So 1865, Lewis Carroll published which book, sir? Alice in Wonderland.
I was going to say, don't look at me, man. I'm listen.
I don't read.
I don't
I
read.
don't listen to music.
I don't. I barely write. Okay.
I don't have sleeves.
No, and I love it. I think this is the best shirt going on at this point. So mine's even brighter colored than yours.
I know. I don't know how the hell that happened.
It's just camera quality. Yours is just fine.
No, mine's actually this color. I'm looking at it live, and I'm looking at it's that
we
color.
need to swap shirts because obviously I'm not the bright one. You are.
Nah, we gotta make you a little bright here and there.
No. Talk about cars? Yeah, maybe.
Let's see.
But that's it.
Let's see here.
I could turn my lights up brighter.
Nah, you're good. 1939. This is one that I almost skipped over. Albert Einstein wrote a letter to FDR. Einstein, who discovered the theory of relativity, urged the president to take quick action to develop an atomic weapon. He feared that Nazi Germany had already begun working on an atomic bomb and that the U.S. had to catch up, or else they were going to lose that race. Because of his push to it, that's how we ended up having the first nuclear bombs.
I do have one more weird kind of a fun fact.
Okay. Hold up real quick. Last thing I've got, 1990. On this date in 1990, we were both around for this. Matter of fact, I remember going over to our, remember Joel and Ben's house?
Yep.
I remember walking into the house and it was on the news.
Joel, Ben, David, and
Come on.
Jeremy.
Jeremiah.
And then there was Teresa and I can't remember the pop's name.
Remember the last name, right?
I know it was Otter.
Nope.
Path.
It was Path, right?
But I can't remember the dad's name.
You'll think about it.
No, I won't. But anyway.
So 1990, I actually walked in because I knocked on the door and I think Jeremy let me in because I was looking for Joel. And on the news, and Teresa was actually visibly crying. This was the Iraqi forces were invading Kuwait at that moment, knowing full well that we were going to be going to war.
That's great.
So this is the big thing with CNN.
So that was when Uncle, yeah, it was Terry, wasn't it?
Yeah. Terry Pan.
That was when Uncle Phil.
Fu.
Yeah, Uncle
Yeah.
Fufu.
So we didn't go in until January. Okay. But I remember seeing it on the news, and when Iraq invaded Kuwait, and knowing full well that we were going to get involved.
So that was probably around the same time that Jan and I went to my first baseball game.
Could be.
Phoenix Firebirds, I think.
Diamondbacks?
No. It's right there.
What's right where?
I'll show you.
Okay.
It's one of the very few things that I have from. Oh, shit.
You're breaking stuff.
Nope. Got it. I think it's in here. Nope, not that one. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. It's got to be. Nope, can't be. Okay.
Yeah, in 1991, Britain did protest about going to the war, but they went anyway. There's a lot of Americans that didn't want us to go either, and we still went. And I hate to say it, but that is a reoccurring theme throughout history.
This is something that I've had since.
Oh, yeah, Jose Canseco.
This is something I've had since that time frame.
Right.
It's probably one of the only things. Holy shit! I got to get my glasses for this.
Yeah, if you're trying to find a ticket.
I have both of our tickets.
And what's it say on there?
It was May 31st, 1991. So this was about a year after it happened.
Yep.
And it was the Phoenix Firebirds.
Phoenix Firebirds.
Mm-hmm.
Who the heck? Are they like a minor league team? Because we didn't have a.
No, I don't know. But
it had to be a minor league team.
I probably got some stuff in this thing that's probably ancient.
Could be worth a penny too.
Well, I mean, it's kind of started separating over the years, but
no, but the cards themselves might be.
I mean, maybe
have a little value to them.
I have stuff that's in.
Oh
sleeves.
yeah,
I have stuff in sleeves. So at some point in my life, I decided that they were worth something.
Someone did anyway.
But this is a shout out to Aunt Jan.
Yeah.
So I do remember this one.
Oh yeah.
He's not even got any markings anywhere for where he was working.
That was out of the cereal box.
It was, but if you notice, there's no A's or anything on that.
Nope.
And that's 1991. It literally says it right on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a couple of things maybe in that might be worth something someday.
Someday. All right. So you had something that you were going to say.
Who is the which president had the alligator as a pet? I saw this one earlier and I was like, I don't know if I should include this or not, but
well,
he had a pet alligator while he was in the White House.
Didn't he also have a teddy bear?
I don't know about that.
All right, so Jen's coming in with some trivia knowledge. Phoenix Firebirds were a historic AAA minor league baseball team that played in the Valley from 58 to 59 and again from 66 to 97.
So it was a minor league. Very good. Cool. So you were right. It was a minor league.
Yeah.
See, not big into sports. I'm not big into anything. I can wrench on some shit and I can make some stuff out of wood.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're going to do our... We'll do
and I could drink some whiskey.
Amen. All right. I
Well,
was
do you know
thinking,
which president it is?
I was thinking Teddy Roosevelt. That's who I was thinking. However,
It was from 1825 to 1829. So no,
well, that would have been way earlier.
it was way.
1820, 1825. So I'm guessing Adams?
Yep.
Really?
John Quincy Adams.
No
and
shit.
It was gifted from the Marquise de Lafayette
Marquis de Lafayette.
during his 1824-25 tour of the United States.
No kidding.
That was it. That was the only other one that stuck out to me. So
Hey, I mean, you gotta do something. All right. You, sir, had brought up a couple of interesting things. Okay. And one of them was, we were talking about flock and we were talking about some other stuff, but you had said something about license plates.
there was a lady that had claimed that I think it was in Indiana, if I recall,
Could be.
that her license plate was 5G and that they were going to go, that was how everybody, that basically it was like another flock type setup where they were going to be able to follow you with your 5G license plate.
Well, before you go any further, she's not the only one that has said that. There's quite a few people out there on the interwebs
There is.
are saying that the 5G on your license plate, because it's everywhere, that right there is surveillance, big government surveillance. And I had my doubts about it just because it's a license plate, but then I'm like, well, I know they can do crazy ass stuff with electronics. And even though license plates are typically thin, you can still do really cool stuff with electronics that are really thin. So maybe, but you did a deep dive into it. What did you find out?
Well, I didn't go that deep, but I did go somewhere into it. The fact is that the license plates that we have on our cars currently cannot support that. And the reason being because there's nowhere to place a battery, there's nowhere to put the hoopla of all the other shit that goes along with that. They're 0.003 inches thick. There's just no way to do that. So,
On top of that, I mean, who's going to replace the battery when it comes time to replace it?
Exactly.
I'm not going to replace the battery on someone surveilling me. I mean, it's time for you to come get your battery replaced on your license plate. Pass.
So, with that being said, if you happen to see numbers and letters on your plate, I don't know as well as a lot of the other people don't know where the letters are coming from. Those are probably just ways that they're being able to figure out how to.
It could designate when the actual plate was made.
Well, so the numbers are where that's coming into effect. So you have your 1 through 12, probably. I don't know. But from what I've gathered and seen and figured out, there was a gentleman that had explained this in, I don't have the link, but I sent it to you, so you have the link. But
let me see if I can figure out if I can pull it up.
He had a plate from 8, and his is in the exact same spot that this lady's was, but his was, I believe, 8N, if I recall. And then his other plate from another vehicle was, I think it was his daughter's vehicle, it was the same thing, 8N. And his wife, his wife's vehicle was, I believe, the same, like 5G or something like that. They're basically saying that the numerical part of that is the month that the plate was actually manufactured and or made, and then like the letter number would be like the control number. I guess you could say as far as how they would figure out the plate as far as where it was made and where it was made. So as far as the 5G side of that, the plates are too thin, and I don't think there's any way they could get the technology into that currently. Potentially, they probably could, but right now that's not where they're leaning towards. There's just not enough space for the battery. There is a company, and it is what the hell was that company?
Revive?
Revive.
Yes.
There's a company called Revive that does make a digital license plate, and it is ridiculously expensive that you can opt into getting. So currently, from what I understand, there's only 3 states. I was told by my brother. Currently, 3 states have it. That's California, Arizona, and Michigan.
Correct.
When I looked at it, it was only 2. It was only California, Arizona, but he corrected me and said that there was 3. So
There's
Michigan
the third
being
one.
the third one. And it's ridiculous. It's like $900 to get this plate
For a license plate?
for a license plate. So that's just for the plate, and it's a digital license plate.
So it's like
You
a little
could get it-
LCD screen.
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
So you could hold up. Digital license plate that can be hacked into to display whatever you want.
Anything could be fucking hacked into at this point, okay?
It's only $900.
It's $900, okay? And that's to get the plate with it guaranteed. It's not even guaranteed. It was supposed to last 5 years. They do make a hardwired version so that you can get it to where it's hardwired. And then on top of that, it costs more for the hardwired, not only to get the plate, to get it installed, and then to maintain the plate. And they're saying the services that they offer are your light and dark mode, the messages, which could be Amber Alerts, could be, hey, I'm a stolen vehicle. Of course, they claim that as the reason why they would do that. I'm stolen. But it has the 5G and the GPS location embedded into that. Now you're talking about a plate that's like that thick,
Right.
so that it can house the GPS unit, it can house the battery, it can house the antennas for the
The electronics and all of that.
all the bullshit that goes with it. You can so you pay $900 for the plate, then on top of that you pay up to $125 a year for it, for the different services that it provides on the Revive plate. Then you still have to pay for the freaking registration of the plate.
Yep.
Which then you could do online to go through that.
But I can hack it and make it say whatever I want.
You could.
No, I can't.
But
I can get someone that knows how to.
Right. So
I mean,
listen.
Listen, Linda.
We've got enough goddamn garbage going on at this point. We don't need any more of this shit.
No, I
we've got our phones tracking us. We've got our TVs tracking us. We've got our computers tracking us.
Yep.
We've got the Flock system out there, which is a huge thing right now, which I think I would like to say that we're winning at, but I'm kind of 50-50 with it right now. Yeah, I'm getting ready to have a delivery, so sorry, guys. If you hear the dogs, I apologize.
Oh, no. I'm reading the thing right above that.
Are they late? No.
Carpentry? No,
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 I
no.
I
You're
was
the reason they have those silly ass new machines where you put a hot dog in it and it stops a blade, right?
the soft stop.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
No,
that guy.
you're not that guy.
No,
Okay.
no,
They didn't use you as a test dummy?
no. I wish I'd be rich. I wouldn't be living in this fucking place. Anyway, we've got enough freaking surveillance going on that we should all just wake the fuck up, okay? And we really need to wake up. We need to take our government and kick them in the balls, as far as I'm concerned,
Mhm.
and get rid of them, because I don't know about you, but I can promise you, somebody comes to my door asking me for my 2A,
Yeah.
you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna get it in the way you like it.
All right. So, real quick before we get too much farther, I put the link in for Ace's Dumb Criminals. He's got a new premiere coming out, and it has something to do with. Let me. It has something to do with dumb criminals failed attempt to kidnap the wrong Utah police officer. Something like that. So it's going to be a good one because this is kind of the stuff that Ace, typically goes after is dumb criminals. Okay, he does do a little bit of body cam here, a little bit of judge work. He does cover this judge down in Texas, which I love. This judge, he wears a little bow tie. It's actually a really cool judge. But yeah, he's got a little bow tie. Skinny little white dude. It looks like.
I think he's got glasses.
Yeah.
I think I know who it is. Yeah.
Crazy fair judge. Like,
he is super cool though.
Fair to the point where there was one individual that was absolutely 100% guilty of what was being charged. However, the cop didn't do the arrest correctly, did not follow up with the correct paperwork, and so and went, look, man, I'm letting you off, but this is why I'm letting you off. The cop didn't do their job. So understand, you come back into my court on something very similar, I'm going to put the screws to you. So do yourself a favor, take this as a blessing, and don't do stupid stuff and end up back here in front of me. Crazy fair judge. I love that guy. So, but yeah, Ace is doing this coming up here right after our show, I believe. So keep an eye out for that. Also, I put the link in for that article you were talking about with the 5G license plate being real. That's on there as well, so you guys can take a look at that.
That's just one source, by the way.
Correct. But no, it actually makes
Do
a lot
your
of
research,
sense.
but once you look at that, then you can actually kind of comprehend to an extent what the guy's actually talking about. But I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, because there's technology out there right now that we can't comprehend anyways.
Yeah.
I just seen the other day, not to get off kilter here, but I just seen the technology the other day where there's a freaking 19, 20-year-old operating a drone against legit, like, I don't even know how to even, like, Army, Marine Corps, like,
So
the people that are freaking good at their weaponry. They can't even nail that freaking drone because they're moving too goddamn fast. And that some bitch come in there and kill you in an instant. They're dead.
There's a thing with two special forces guys. I want to say that one was Army Special Forces and the other might have been Navy Special Forces. Anyway, they did a collab on it.
And they tried to shoot this damn drone.
And they're laughing about it because they're like, we're dead.
Yeah.
There's no, And legitimately, it was a early 20s individual that probably been playing with drones since they were in high school. And the military drones are just the U.S. military drones specifically are crazy, okay, with their capabilities. fast, accurate. They
How
have
the fuck
AR
are you
already
supposed
built
to
in.
hit something at 60 mile an hour? You just can't. It's so
It,
difficult.
it's not only that, because they're showing you some of the stuff that they can show you. Okay. There are drones that are no bigger than,
Oh yeah, they can
okay,
pinpoint your forehead and just boop, you're done.
there's enough of explosive in it to where once it hits, okay, there's a hole going through the entire skull. Okay. Um, they have those drones that are small and they're quick. And the other cool thing about those drones, and I say cool because I really like technology. Okay. Uh, as much as I go and I talk about how Flock is bad, how these other companies, now, mind you, Flock is just the one they're putting out in the front. I have a feeling Flock's going to go away or it's going to get absorbed by someone else.
I bet
And
you
then
they
that,
get absorbed by Axon.
okay, very possible. There's also another one out there. Okay, also another one out there. But the, I think Flock is just what's being thrown in front of us, and that's where our focus is. And these
They're
other
taking it off
companies,
of other ones, yeah, for sure.
these other companies are worse than Flock. Okay, and when I say worse than Flock, I mean as far as what their capability is in regards to monitor and utilize AI and gather the information. Okay, I love technology. I think it is one of the best things out there. But the abuse of, just like O'Neill just said, the abuse of technology, that is what the issue is. Okay. Take cars. Some of the stuff that are in cars,
Oh,
phenomenal.
yes,
They're
it
just,
is, but it's the
you,
same scenario. So, if you remember, I was telling you about the TBM2s,
yeah,
telematics box modules. Okay, they have literally got it to the point now where if you disconnect that, you will probably lose a few features or quite a few features. But not only does it do that, it sends a signal to the manufacturer that says that it's been disconnected, and then you lose even more bullshit.
see, that's something I
So
haven't heard of until just now.
you don't own your shit at all at this point.
Right.
So, but there are guys out there that have gone, if you do this, 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 and this, you regain control of your vehicle. You just don't get this, all the comfort, creature
Like,
comfort things that you get. But the
right.
goddamn vehicle will go from point A to point B without any issues.
Yes. That's what I'm looking for.
That's what the fuck I'm looking for.
I like my
Listen,
creature
if I don't
comforts,
got
but you know what?
AC, if I don't got AC, guess what? Fucking windows roll down. If I got a sunroof, it might open, it might not, but the goddamn things will go down. And if the windows won't roll down, I'll find a way. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm also mechanically inclined, so I can figure out how to get that shit to go down.
Right.
So,
Hey, I know that
what's
electricity
bullshit
and a
is the
battery
fact
can
that they're
make an
fucking
actuator work.
doing that. So, at some point, there's going to be a huge uprising, and I got a feeling it ain't going to be too far off in the fucking distance. And they're not going to like what fucking comes.
See, now
They're just not.
what people are not understanding is,
And if you're on, let me tell you this. I agree. Earlier, I seen a guy that said, "Hey, if you're on this side of it, and I'm on this side of it, that's the extent of it, right? Okay. When shit hits the fan, there are no emotions, there are no this, there are no that, there's no nothing. It's just fucking, this is the fucking straight line that it's going to be. I'm not going to forgive you. There's just no emotions in it. You were on the wrong side. That's just the extent of it. You're out of the fucking picture, man.
yeah. So
If you're not for the American people and for your privacy and your whatevers and you're just day-to-day life bullshit, get the fuck out of here.
here's the thing. Violence is typically not the right way to go about stuff.
It is not.
destruction of property is typically not the right way to go about stuff.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
But there is going to be a point where people are going to get fed up to an extent where they don't care. And when the people get to the point of they don't care, that's when we have bigger issues that happen. So
you fuck with my family, you fuck with my kids, you fuck with my fucking right to be a fucking human. That's
yeah.
it.
So what we need to do is we need to start small. And when I say start small, start with your local sheriff that you elect them into office. Okay. And you say, stop with the surveillance.
The way that fucking advancement has been going, though, you can't just start small.
But
in my opinion, because that moves too fast for just starting from here to go to here to here to here.
I agree.
By the
but
time you get to here, it's already up to here. You know what I mean?
I do. But you have to understand that just like paying off a debt, okay, you've got multiple things. You start off with the smallest one first. When you start off with the small one first, then you can put those resources into the next bigger one. Start with your local sheriff, okay? It could be the small county that you're in. Start off with the sheriff, have them get rid of what they're able to, okay, as far as the BS with the flock. Hey, we're not using it in our county.
So
okay?
a lot of those people have been fucking getting rid of them. They really have. We've actually made us. It's hard to believe it is in the short period that we've been talking about this. It's been going on for a minute, but a lot of the towns and the counties and the states have been like, we're getting rid of this shit because it's just not right.
You start with your elected official, okay? And the easiest one is going to be your sheriff. Then you move to your city council.
Which is crazy because the sheriff has jurisdiction over the whole fucking place.
Correct. City council, okay? So you get with the sheriff that gets rid of all of the BS on public that's in that county. Now, private, city council, okay? You get with them and you start getting rid of some of the city stuff. Then from there, okay, you go with the mayor, okay? So, and then once you have, just like O'Neill says here, start small and you start working your way up because you start building that momentum. You go with bigger and bigger until you can hopefully, okay, put a stop in your local area. Because let's be honest, do you give two shits about what they do in Atlanta? As a general rule, no. But
well, I might be one of the few that is the exception to the rule because I do care because that can affect me here as well as there.
I care about what's around me first.
Sure.
And then I'm going to care about the stuff that's farther away from me. Okay. It's just like my whole thing about war and everything is like, look, let's take care of our house first. We take care of our house first, and then we start helping other people.
But is that right? I mean, I agree.
What do you mean? What do you mean by is that right?
I think it should be the same across the whole fucking board. We should all care about it. But where do you start? I would start here locally.
Correct.
But at the same time, because I go to all the different places that I go, I want it to be the same all the way across the board.
Yes, that's what we want, but you can't just throw it out there for everywhere.
You can't disperse it that way. So you have to start locally and move your way out.
And your local, my local might meet in the middle.
Doing the same thing that you're doing, then it should become unionized at that point.
Absolutely. Okay. So with that, that's how you make that type of start. That's how you make that type of impact is by going local first, and then you start working your way out. And the best thing to do is you hire or you vote in people that's going to be going that direction. Correct.
You have to be like-minded.
And if they don't do that, then you get rid of them. And when you start just yanking people out of office, like you're done, you're done, you're done, other people that are trying to get into office are going to be like, well, maybe I need to change my stance on something, because if I don't, they're going to
They're
kick
just
my
gonna
ass out.
fucking yank. Yeah, they're just gonna yank my ass right the fuck out.
Correct. So, but no, yes, we want it to be kind of a blanket across the country. Okay. Get your snooping asses out of my business. You have no reason to know whether I go to Chick-fil-A or to Burger King, or if I go to Racetrack or QT or Circle K. You have no business knowing what the hell I purchased at,
Yeah.
Walmart.
I mean, do you really want somebody to know what the fuck you purchased, where and when and how?
No, it's none of their business.
It's not the fucking business.
Right. Now,
So in a sense, yes,
when
it
people
needs
say,
to be that way blanketed across the fucking.
you got to start small, though. You're never going to get it big.
No,
See, the
no.
way people,
But
way like companies like
the
Flock
point being
work,
is nobody needs to know anything about what the fuck you're doing.
correct.
That's your private fucking deal.
And again, companies like Flock, they will utilize people's emotions. I had my car stolen. We can help you out. Someone got kidnapped. We can help you out. We can help solve crime. We can do this. We can do that. And
Yeah.
what they do is, where we need to start local, they go and they blanket everyone, because there's going to be so many of these bleeding hearts that aren't thinking past their emotions, that they're going to go, let's do it now. Okay. HOAs. Okay.
Well, and here's the other thing. So you got your fucking surveillance going on everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I bring this back up because of last week's deal with the fucking whole park incidents. The
Okay.
fucking goddamn camera sitting there in front of a park, in front of a child's playground.
Yeah, absolutely.
How would you feel as a parent?
Why do they need to have surveillance on that?
Why do they need to have surveillance on kids?
With
My
the LPR,
fucking brain goes to
worst case
child-
scenario.
child trafficking and all the bullshit that goes along with it.
Yeah.
I don't have kids. I am child free, okay? But god damn it.
It pisses you off. Now,
Motherfucker.
Katie Zed's right.
Yeah.
They have no reason to know why that I went to the gun store.
No.
Did I go buy ammo? Did I go buy another firearm?
There's absolutely no reason to know.
Did I go
No.
buy a cool shirt from the gun store? A cool hat? Did I go buy ear muffs because I know that the noise cancellation that those provide are better than what I'm going to go get at, Ace Hardware, and they work great for when I'm mowing the yard? Or was I just
It would have been nice.
honing my skills?
It would have been nice for the yellow truck, but you know what?
I will not give up my freedoms for
Thank you.
security.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to
As much as I like that yellow truck and as much as I know you loved that yellow truck.
Sleepless nights. I still have them every now and again. It's like, where the hell did it go?
It'd be just like me with anything that I own.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a certain point that it becomes too far. And we're getting to that fucking point if we're not already tenfold past that point.
So real quick, the yellow truck. Pops helped me get this truck. 1970 GMC pickup.
Four-wheel drive.
Extended bed, the whole bit.
So it was a long bed. Very beautiful truck.
90,000 original miles on it. Okay. And brought it out here to Georgia, where I'm at currently, from Arizona.
And you worked very fucking hard and spent fucking good money on that truck.
I did.
You earned that truck, as far as I'm concerned, with what you have done for this country.
I appreciate that. It was one thing that I wanted for me. and Dad helped me get it. Now, I went to work. I saw it parked there. Went to work. I come back. It's not there. Hey, maybe Katie said decided she was going to take it to work. No issue with that. Call her up. Hey, you got it? Because I didn't see her car. Maybe she loaned her car out.
Wait.
What?
My wife got to drive that truck?
Yeah.
I never fucking drove that truck.
Why not? Do you want to know why she drove it?
I never drove that truck.
Do you know why she drove
got
it?
to drive that truck?
Do you know why she drove
You
it?
son of a bitch.
Do you know why she drove it?
No.
Oh, you were in it when she drove it.
Yes.
I might have been in it, but I never got to drive it.
Nope.
You were in it.
Drunk.
Yeah, that's right. We were fucking blitzed.
By the way, no, you didn't get to drive it. I couldn't drive your Honda because I couldn't drive stick. I believe David drove stick and I drove the truck home from River City because you were drinking. But
Oh,
there's
Jesus.
pictures of the truck.
How do I get to these? I want to pull them out so that I can show this magnificent truck that we are speaking of.
Yep.
These are
There it
older
is.
than 20 years old, just so you know.
Yeah,
There you go.
there's
Enjoy.
that one.
Thanks,
There's
Kelly.
that one.
Yep.
Beautiful truck, by the way, people.
Oh, it's love it.
Beautiful truck. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So, anyway, I asked Katie. Said, "Did you got the truck?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "You kind of messing with me a little bit. Did someone else borrow it? Like, no." I went, "Look, I'm about to call the cops because it's not here, and it's almost the Fall Guy truck. That's
Did she drive it on your wedding day too?
she did."
God damn it. The one fucking truck that I wanted to drive, I didn't get to fucking drive.
So I called the cops, and here's the no, not hide nor hair, nothing. Never heard anything about it again. That's the one vehicle that I had such an attachment to that it kind of hurt when it disappeared. Yeah. We keep talking about this truck. I'm going to be in the same boat. So anyway, yeah, yeah. But no one needs to, going back to
Nobody
surveillance.
needs to know anything about anybody.
Right.
Unless it's given information.
Correct. So,
As far as I'm concerned, everybody has. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, Michelle did drive. Yep. And here about the wedding day, I get a call. I get a call, and they're like, "We can't start the truck." They had to stop on the way to the wedding to go do something somewhere, and they're like, "We can't get the truck started."
Oh shit.
Yep. Put it in park.
The basics, man. The basics.
Put it in park.
Seriously. Those things were so easy to fucking diagnose and just get
Oh yeah.
going. It's
It
not
had
like
the points
shit-
and condenser. Dad gave me the little box. I could go in there and I could adjust the points and condenser on it. Dad showed me how to do that. I'm
Well, it
like,
was adjusting the points.
it was freaking awesome.
Just the basics of
Yeah.
that system. I wish we could get back to that. Because then the average freaking retard could fucking get it going. You know what I mean?
I think that's what the problem was.
Well, of course it is. That's why
Yeah.
it got
That's why I got
to the point where it's at now, where the average person can't do it. And the fact of the matter is that's just another point in where they can control you,
So
which is why you're seeing random junkyards up in flames.
see Katie,
Yeah,
why she couldn't get it to start?
I mean, she had other things on her mind.
She just had to put it in park.
Yeah.
They pulled up, they stopped, turned it off, left it in drive.
Which is weird because back in those days, I could have swore it didn't matter where it was positioned at, it would fucking fire up. But I could be wrong. Pops could chime in on this, but I could have swore in that 70, 71, 72 time frame, there wasn't a safety neutral switch. There might have been.
So on that truck, if it was not in park, it would not start.
That would be a park safety neutral switch type setup. So
which I'm glad, because if they would have tried to start it and it jumped, it scared the hell out of everyone.
Well, yeah, but most everyone's reaction is to put their foot on the brake. So
you would think so, but she was distracted. She had other things going on. I mean, she may not have. But no, it was it's just a thing. And I know it's just a thing, but the problem is it's my thing. And even though I would have loved to have had it back, I'm not going to give up the security for my freedom.
Well, the security.
I'm not going to give up my freedom for my freedoms. Okay.
You're not going to give up your freedom, privacy for your truck.
No.
I wouldn't either.
Absolutely not. So
I've had some things that I've owned over the years too that I've been like devastated to lose, but I would not lose things.
Here's the kicker
for that.
Right. The biggest thing is police have a lot of tools at their disposal. And that's fine. I'm all for that. They have a lot of technology that they can use.
They do.
But they have also the same problem that every other person in society has, is you can very easily have a bad apple.
You absolutely can.
And do nefarious things with those tools. Mm-hmm. When you have too much ease in those tools to become nefarious with them, that's where you have a bunch of people doing shit they ain't supposed to. Get rid of those easy tools, do a little homework, do a little legwork, and go for it. Okay? So, all right, let's get off of that because we didn't want to really dive into that today anyway.
Deal what you got to do. I got to go back.
Oh, you poor guy.
I've had a lot to drink, and
his bladder. Yeah, his bladder.
Yeah,
he's getting older.
I'm old.
I've
had a lot of time in tow trucks and dump trucks and vehicles in general.
Well, we need to do
the piss out of me.
We need to get PBD depends on the site. And,
except I'm not going to piss my pants. I'm going to piss in a fucking toilet.
Go do your thing, man. I didn't say what the Lewis Carroll book was in Alice in Wonderland. It was Alice in Wonderland. I apologize if I didn't say it. I thought I did. Alice in Wonderland for the Lewis Carroll book. That way we'll know when he comes back. So one of the things that we're going to talk about is the difference between binary triggers and FRTs, or forced reset triggers. And I really want to let Mr. 3 come back in, because the whole reason that I started doing kind of a deeper dive into this was so that number one, he's asking me to take a look at his own personal rifle in order to get some parts on it that would be kind of cool, kind of make it not a Lamborghini of rifles, but more like um, a Camaro or a Viper or something like that. Kind of spruce it up a little bit and have a little fun with it, but at the same time make the functionality of it better, make it fun to utilize, but not make it to where it's fun to look at, but you really don't want to shoot it, or it's too fun to shoot and the government want to come take shit away. So, but one of the things that we were talking about, he's like, oh, I want to do an FRT. I went, okay, well, an FRT is, one thing, but also binary trigger.
Did you show them what I wanted to do an FRT on? Or
I did not.
Can we even do that?
We probably could, but let's not at the moment. Maybe at another time.
Oh.
Yeah. So, anyway, binary triggers and force reset triggers are actually legal via the federal government. Now, some of them are illegal depending on what state you're in. Okay. And the states have come up with their own rules on why it's illegal and stuff like that. And obviously, we're going to have states like California or Washington or Illinois, that are at the top of the list for those. But people need to know what the difference is between a binary trigger and a force reset trigger is. Both are popular aftermarket accessories that increase a firearm's rate of fire. So typically your standard trigger, pull the trigger, it shoots, you let go, it resets the actual components inside the trigger, and that way it allows you to pull the trigger again. O'Neill, don't have a major gun culture in the UK at all, so you don't know much beyond Call of Duty. Hey, I get it. I apologize that you guys don't have that type of stuff. So if this gets a little boring, I apologize. However, if you ever do decide to come to the States and you happen to be in the Atlanta metro area, I would be more than happy to take you and show you what
absolutely let us know.
A little bit of
I would be there for that.
A little bit of lead therapy can do for you. Anyway, getting back to this. Binary trigger fires one round at the pull of the trigger, and it will fire the second round when you release the trigger. So, for instance, if I go pop, pop. Now,
That's
regular
correct.
trigger is pop, reset, pop, reset. Binary trigger, pop, 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 pop. So that means as fast as you can do this is as fast as those rounds are going to go off. Really cool. Okay. A lot of fun. Now that everyone's like, well, hold up. So you're always going to shoot 2 rounds. No. You can pull the trigger, and if you don't want to have another round go off when you let go of the
Just
trigger,
fucking hold it.
pull the trigger, and then you manipulate the safety on.
Or that.
There it is. Okay. And that's what it is. And then when you manipulate the safety, it disengages the trigger so that when you let go of the trigger, okay, it's not going to fire.
Does the trigger reset at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It does. So that's your basic binary trigger. Fire 1 round when you pull the trigger, fire 2nd round when you let go of the trigger. If you change your mind after pulling, you must switch the safety selector to disarm the released round. Okay? Now, FRT. An FRT fires 1 round per traditional rearward pull. Pull the trigger, fires a round. If you let go of it, okay, it stops shooting. What the FRT does, forced reset trigger, okay, it's very simple. When you pull the trigger, the action of the bolt going back and then forward
Forces the reset.
forces that reset. So you're still doing this, but it's so quick that it acts like it's
An automatic.
correct. All right. So fire 1 round per traditional rearward pull. I hate that word.
Rearward.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
you don't like it either, do you?
Nope.
I don't like it.
Sounds bad.
It sounds like you can't talk.
Rearward. Rearward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Say-
Nope.
No,
Doesn't
don't
sound
like
good.
it. Don't
Nope.
like it. Anyway, when you pull the trigger back, okay, with a pull, the bolt carrier group physically pushes your trigger finger forward to the reset position, okay, during the cycling process. You still pull for each thing, but if you just manhandle that trigger back just a little bit, it's going to cause your finger to do this, and you're going to be shooting quite a bit, okay? So, quick little background on me. Machine gunner by trade in the Marine Corps, okay? I understand fully automatic weapons. Do I want a fully automatic weapon for myself? Not really, because that's a lot of ammo that you're going to be spending a lot of money on, and that's just not something for me. Now, do I like fully automatic weapons? Absolutely. On someone else's dime. 100% someone else's dime, I'm all for it. And there's a lot of practical applications that are needed with the fully automatic weapon. However, personally, I would rather have, for myself, just a regular rifle, okay? A regular pistol. Does that mean that I'm not going to go have fun with an FRT or a binary trigger or even a fully automatic rifle or pistol? No, I'm going to have all the fun in the world. I'm just not one that's going to be like, this is my go-to.
Just not at the expense of my wallet.
Correct. Okay. I believe in ammo conservation. I believe in making your shots well placed. Okay. But as a machine gunner, I also understand the need for putting rounds downrange in a rapid rate. Okay. But that's different tactics. That's different all the way around. All right. All right. So O'Neill goes, well, what if you squeeze the trigger, change your mind on the FRT? You just let go. All it does is let go. It resets it. It's when you pull the trigger and you're holding the trigger back, that is when you end up losing the ability for it to stop. Let go of the trigger and it stops firing. That's a FRT, forced reset trigger. Binary trigger, you pull the trigger, it shoots once, you let go of the trigger, it shoots again. So in order to stop that second round from going off, you're either A, shooting 2 rounds, or you're pulling the trigger and then putting it on safe and then letting go. All right. Binary triggers, they typically feature 3 standard positions for the selector. They have safe, semi-auto, and binary mode. So with a binary trigger, you can have it on safe, which it won't allow it to fire at all. You could put it on single mode, pull the trigger, it fires, you let go, it's good. Or you put it in binary mode so that pull, 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 and it goes bang, 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 bang. All right. Questions on that? No? Okay. FRT often lacks a standard multi-position selector switch on basic models. Now, some of the more advanced models, they do have the more advanced trigger switches. Okay. I like that shirt. Like that shirt. All right.
Hey, honey, show that shirt.
I'm white, but I'm not that white. Yep, I've been there. FRTs lack a standard multi-position selector typically on the basic models. However, with the more expensive models, they do have a different type of selector. But it's either safe or forced reset mode, typically. With the more advanced ones, it can have a multiple selector. All right. Legality and availability. As far as the feds are concerned, okay, your federal government here in the U.S., both types remain federally legal under current interpretations, as each distinct movement of the trigger requires, or each distinct movement of the trigger fires only one round. All right. States at different levels, and this is kind of heavily dictated depending on what state you're in.
They could laugh.
Okay. Ban binary triggers and rapid fire mechanisms by defining illegal triggers as anything enabling more than one round per single pull and release cycle. Okay. So the state has dictated that binary triggers and FRTs on a standard.
Real quick, with Erica, I understand that for you, he might be speaking Greek, but
if you have a question on a
if
very
you
specific,
go back through the video and you watch it, it will explain the Greek. Okay.
if you got a specific question, though, ask, because
Absolutely.
I will do everything I can to break it down a little differently, so that it makes it understandable and digestible.
We would love to have everybody understand the different help me out here.
You want to have everyone understand the different nomenclature.
Yes.
Just give me a second.
So what it breaks down to is the more knowledge that you have, the better informed you are. So we brought this part of the segment in so that people could understand, especially myself, because I didn't understand the particular side of the binary side of it versus the FRT side of it.
All right. So real quick, I've got my Block 19.
So your Lego, correct?
It is a Lego gun.
Yes.
When you pull the trigger
Once.
on a typical firearm,
Correct. It
shoots,
just fires and it's done.
and when you let go, it resets.
Yes.
Okay. So that is your typical firearm.
Firing. Yep.
Pull the trigger,
Boom. Done. It's over.
let go, it resets. Now, with a binary trigger, I pull the trigger, it fires. I let go, it fires. That's a binary trigger.
Yep.
Now, with the binary trigger, I pull the trigger, it shoots. Now, I don't want to shoot that second round. I move the selector switch, the safety on, okay? And then when I let go,
it doesn't fire.
All right. Now, with an FRT,
which is considered a forced reset trigger.
Correct. I pull the trigger. The mechanism inside the pistol or the rifle, okay,
forces your finger
to go forward just slightly, which is the reset, and then it shoots it again. And as long as you hold that steady pressure back, it will continue to fire.
Correct.
But you let go of it, it stops. That's what an FRT is versus a binary. Bang, 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 bang. Okay. So hopefully that helps clear up a little bit of what that is. All right. Now, the federal government says that because pulling the trigger once is one action and letting go is another action, it's not illegal. Pulling the trigger, and that's on binary, pulling the trigger once and the weapon pushing your finger forward to reset and you manually are holding the trigger back is not illegal, because if you just pull the trigger once, it stops.
So I got to imagine then, if your finger is strong enough to hold it and keep it there on an FRT, it should not fire again, correct?
No, it will fire again
Because it is strong enough.
It's strong enough to push it. Just your finger's going to go forward just enough to reset it.
Just enough.
Yep.
So you're talking like millimeters.
It doesn't take much. Okay. And that's the way an FRT is designed. Now, on my regular Glock, okay, no, not the block, the Glock, I pull the trigger. Okay, let me do it this way. I pull the trigger.
It just goes off once.
I let go, and if I do it nice and slow, you'll hear it click, and that's the reset.
Correct.
So
there's the reset.
Okay.
Reset. Yep.
On my Glock, it is very pronounced. An FRT, okay, or the binary trigger, or excuse me, the FRT, when I pull the trigger, it's going to push it just a little bit, and that little bit is where it's reset.
Mm-hmm.
On your typical Glock or your typical firearm, the reset's a little bit farther out.
Right. So it changes the reset position is what it does.
Correct. And it's forcing it very quickly. All right. O'Neill says, I'm guessing it's a similar function to a single trigger double barrel shotgun. Pull trigger, pin drops, fire again. So it reverses the trigger, a bit like how a stiletto knife works. You're dancing around the right principles right there, O'Neill. Yes. Absolutely. You're dancing right around that. There's a little nuances, but yes, you're right there.
So remind me what a CPL is.
Concealed carry. It's a class, so you can get like typically your concealed carry permit. Different places call them different things.
I mean, I'm trying to get
concealed carry. I don't know what the P stands for, but it's a concealed carry license.
I'm trying to understand why she would need that.
More so
why is she signal versus married? I mean, you should just protect yourself, period.
Yes, but some people don't feel comfortable with firearms. And when you're married, you tend to leave that to the male. Where
I understand that
you become single.
Concealed piston. Concealed piston's license.
Is it pistons or pistol? I don't know.
It could be pistol. It could be pistol.
Oh. So I don't know. But when you end up on your own,
regardless of anything, you should be
concealed pistols. Yeah. Okay.
You should be. You listen. Protect yourself, man.
Yeah.
And the people around you. The hell with everything else. Seriously.
Take the time. Find someone that can teach you and not make you feel less than being taught.
Yeah. Don't find something that's going to make you feel ignorant.
Have them, break it down to you in the most simplest terms so that you understand it. So that you don't walk out of the actual lesson going, okay, well, I can pull the trigger and I can make it go boom, and I can kind of put the bullets in the direction that I want, but understand the fundamentals behind why it does what it does. That's going to be a big thing. So yeah, I
If you-
enjoy teaching
if you need
people
some
firearm
help,
safety.
absolutely hook this guy up. He will fucking help you
Yes,
tremendously.
absolutely.
So
Yeah, at the end of the day, the person who wields it, not the weapons themselves. Look, it's a pen. It's got a pointy end.
oh, here we go, John Wick. I could fucking kill you with that.
I can, okay?
Absolutely.
But I can also write the Declaration of Independence with it.
Goddamn right.
I can write the Constitution with it. Everything can be a weapon if you know how to utilize it, okay? And
this can be a weapon.
This guy right here keeps the distance between you and someone who knows how to use this.
Goddamn right.
So, all right. But again, states at several levels, multiple states, ban binary triggers and so on. So, forced reset triggers are restricted and or banned in 15 states. Okay. And it's actually 14 states in Washington, D.C. So, California, so FRTs, can't have them. California, Colorado, Illinois. Let's see. California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, New Jersey.
Sweetheart, he can definitely teach you.
Oh, I can. Oh yeah.
He could definitely teach you.
Yeah.
Distance is not a thing in
No.
this particular scenario.
Yeah.
He could definitely teach you.
New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Washington, D.C. FRTs can't happen. Now, ambiguous state, Florida, they're regulated strictly under broad anti-rapid fire statutes, causing most makers to block shipments, though not explicitly named in a standalone FRT statute. So, Florida's got some regulations that you got to be really careful about, but you can get it, but you need to make sure you dot your T's, cross your I's, and everything in between. Binary triggers are banned in 12 states. That's going to be California, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois. We have a theme here with similar states.
Of
Maryland,
course.
Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Washington.
So
Okay.
none of which are in Michigan.
Correct. And I hate to say it, but Michigan's got a couple of pockets here and there, like Dearborn, that you might want to make sure that you are armed if you're traveling anywhere near them. Just saying. Explicitly restrict or ban rapid fire trigger modifiers or define them under rate of fire or machine gun accessory statutes. So, having said that, FRTs, binary triggers, look your local state laws up to make sure that you can have them. Okay. A lot of those are blue states, Welshman. Absolutely. Minnesota, a state appeals court upheld a lower court ruling striking down Minnesota's 2024 binary trigger ban because it violated the state constitution's single subject clause, keeping the ban blocked. So, some states are in there going, oh, we're going to ban this. And then the courts go, no, you can't ban this. So, it's kind of good. Federal status on binary triggers remains federally legal under ATF guidelines, firing 1 round on a pull, 1 on release, but state statutes override federal approval. So again, please just make sure that you don't take our word or anything I say as gospel. Look up
Right.
your state laws and whatnot, because every state's going to be a little different. And just because I might live in the state of Georgia does not mean that I know every single little aspect of the laws in the state of Georgia. Do your own research, please. So there is that. Some states have open carry, okay, which means you could throw the damn thing on your hip and everything is happy. Other states do not allow open carry. They would rather have you conceal carry. And then they'll put, some type of stipulation. Oh, you got to have a permit for a concealed carry or whatnot. Other states have constitutional carry, which means that you can carry, at any point. Some states say we're not quite constitutional carry, but we're close enough to where as long as it's concealed, you can carry, but you can't open carry. Just keep that in mind when you are looking at, utilizing your Second Amendment rights on a day-to-day basis. It's important. And then obviously you're always going to hear me talk about, make sure that you do all the safety rules and everything like that. Okay. For instance, treat every weapon as if it's loaded. It's a Block 19. Okay. It's a Lego gun. Okay. That's all it is. Lego. Don't point it at anything that you don't intend to shoot. Okay. Make sure it's
right.
unloaded. Okay. Even in practice, okay, double check, triple check. As you can see, right there,
Somewhere over there.
Right there on my dartboard. I've also got some targets up there that I utilize a little laser type deal for practice. But even with that, I am overly cautious when it comes to making sure that my stuff is not loaded at any point when I'm doing any type of practicing or anything like that. Okay. So every weapon's going to be unloaded. You never point your weapon at anything you're not intending to shoot. Okay. If I actually have a firearm and I'm pointing it at you, you best understand and believe I plan on shooting you if you continue whatever action that you were doing.
Right.
Okay. I'm not going to point at you and be like, ha, ha, ha. It's not going to happen.
It's not a fucking scare tactic, people.
And you don't want to use it as a scare tactic. You don't want to.
That's the whole cry wolf, cry wolf, cry wolf bullshit.
Yep. Understand that if you do point a weapon at someone, everyone around believes that you are going to pull the trigger, okay, at the person you're pulling at. So please never point a weapon at anything you don't intend to shoot, okay? Keep your finger.
My gig is this. If my weapon comes out and it's pointed at you, you're getting shot, period. Point blank.
Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you intend to fire, okay? Why? Because
accidental misfire.
If you have your finger on the trigger, okay, and someone does a jump scare on you,
boom, done. See it.
Okay, finger straighten off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Okay, it is literally that simple. Okay, keep it straight. It doesn't take much to get it back on the trigger where you need it. Okay, and then fourth one is keep your weapon on safe until you intend to fire. Okay, most of them have some type of lever that you can put it in safe position. Okay, Glock, a real Glock, not this block. They have a trigger on the or a safety on the actual trigger. They've also got internal safeties and everything. There's not an outside.
It's not an outward position safety switch.
Now, there are some that have a button that would similarly lock the slide into place, not back, but into place to keep it from firing. Okay. Um, and then, of course, you've got revolvers and stuff like that, which have different types of safety mechanisms. But yeah, just remember, treat every weapon as if it's loaded. Okay? Never point a weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Keep your finger straight off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Okay? Keep your weapon on safe until you intend to fire. You follow those 4 safety rules. Just those 4. Okay? You're going to be fine.
Mhm.
That is the key to it all. And then as far as learning how to shoot, okay, just got to get with someone. That's all you got to do. You got to get with someone and have them teach you the basics, the fundamentals, and everything. I love teaching the basics, the fundamentals, because when you walk away from me, you feel comfortable pulling that trigger. You feel comfortable in being able to handle a firearm, whether it's a pistol or a rifle. You feel comfortable, okay, in understanding that I have the ability to protect myself. So that's
I don't
some of
know.
the stuff I like to do.
I could show you mine. It's a 9mm, but of course I don't want to go that route. But
What is the best gun for someone? There is no single best gun for any one person.
it's what you're comfortable with.
I've had people that come up and they're like, "Yeah, I want a 45," and their hands can't grasp a 45 appropriately. Okay, their hands are not built for that. I've had other people that are like, "Man, I just want a small little gun," and their hand swallows the gun up. You have to fit comfortably in your hand. You have to be comfortable with the recoil of whatever the gun is. You have to understand that what's good for me and what might be good for Mr. 3 may not be good for you.
Yep.
And I hate to say it, but what I like to shoot, okay, and what feels comfortable in my hand might be a little off for Mr. 3. We got similar sized hands. Okay. He might be a couple inches taller than I am, but we have similar sized hands. But I know that the way that I handle a pistol and the way that he handles a pistol is slightly different.
Yep.
And he might like something, a little bit. Pops, his hands are a little bit shorter than ours, but man, are they meaty as fuck. Okay.
Yep.
He's got some freaking sausage fingers going on. They're just, okay. The way he grabs onto hold of a pistol is different than the way that I grab a hold of a pistol.
I could recommend one for you, but again, what he's saying is just exactly on point. It could just be different for you versus the one it is for me.
And
Like,
we can
love my SIG P365 SAS 365. It's super small and tiny and just super concealable. But that's what it's about. It's about being concealable.
the recoil of it might not be good for your wrist.
It might absolutely might not be. A
Okay.
38 might not be.
Yeah. So
But also the other thing is people don't realize that a 22 can do an incredible amount of damage in the right placement. So
we covered this topic in one of our first earlier shows. A 22 is
I absolutely can do wield. This thing is triggered fucking immediately. So
anyways,
anyways.
One of the most popular.
So the only way you'd find out is to go just play. I mean,
yeah.
Forgive me for saying just play, but it's not. It's just it's experience. So
you got to go out and you have to test it out. Now,
and I think what she's getting at too is also like, how do you find a range that may potentially carry the different calibers and the different weapons without purchasing them?
most of
So-
your small gun ranges, especially the ones that have the ability to purchase weapons at, okay, they have different calibers for you to shoot, and you can rent them. Or you find someone like myself that has several different calibers that would work as well.
I'm with you, O'Neill. I got you. Proper chuckling here. Gotcha.
What's up?
He said Mr. 3 would lose. He can't dual wield. And that's when I said I can dual wield because
Yeah.
I have the proper finger here. He says proper chuckling here. Of course, he was laughing at first, but then he said proper chuckling.
Yeah.
I get it. I can
So-
definitely dual wield. I promise you.
The most important thing, though, is before you even go to the range, is sit down and learn some of the fundamentals, especially if you have one particular pistol that you're going to train on. And just because you train on that pistol doesn't mean that's the pistol you're going to use forever. Just train and learn the fundamentals right off the get-go, and then have someone that can sit there with you when you're at the range and tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and be able to give you proper suggestions on handling and stance and some of the other little things.
Can you help her out in that?
If I call up a gun range and don't have a license, do they teach you there, or do I need a class? You can go to a gun range without a firearms license, absolutely, and shoot. Okay. You might have to rent one of their guns, and they may require you to have a small lesson with someone before going into the range, and they may even have someone go into the range with you. But yes, you might have to have a small class. Now, some states you have to pay to go through a class. Other states you don't. Perfect example. State of Georgia. In order to get your CCW, your concealed carry license, you do not have to have any type of formal training. You go in, you pay, you get the background check and everything, and the state hands you a license a couple weeks later so that you can carry concealed. Going to the range, you don't have to have any of that. I've taken friends, I've taken family to the range, and teaching them, they don't ask to see my CCW. They don't ask to see anything of the sort here in Georgia.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
The key is when you go there, you are open and honest with the person at the range and go, look, I don't have a concealed carry. I have not had any formal training. I want to know if you have someone here that might be able to help me out with maybe finding one that fits my hand and then taking me in and making sure that I am safe while I utilize the pistol so that I can make sure that I know what I'm doing. 99 out of 100 times, the person behind that counter is going to be ecstatic with getting you put with the right person to go into the range with, because as a community, the gun community is all about other people learning how to utilize guns safely, effectively, efficiently, and most importantly, to get you excited about coming back. Because
Goddamn right.
the gun community, we like being able to go out with other people that are familiar with firearms and teaching and learning and just shooting, because it's therapeutic. It really is.
It's all of it. I mean, really, for a background, isn't it?
Background check. They look at your background. What they're looking for is, do you have any reason that you can't own a firearm? Okay.
So
Now-
here, yes.
That's a felony of some type. Okay. And unless you've had that felony portion removed, that you can own a firearm at that point. Okay. Felonies. Do you have any history of domestic violence on your part? Not that you were on the receiving end of domestic violence. It is, are you someone that, beat up your spouse or beat up, something like that? Do you have any type of protection order against you? Let's say you, Chris, decided that, you just, I see you, Dave, and I'm going to, next time I see you, I'm going to beat your ass and this, that, and the other thing. And I went, oh, well, maybe I need a protection order on you. Having a protection order in that aspect, especially if it's a credible one, may keep you from, obtaining that. Now, it's dependent upon the state. It depends upon the jurisdiction. So, as far as your ex goes, that should have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I mean, they should exclude that.
Yeah,
They
that has
should
nothing-
exclude that from you because that was something that he did.
right. That should have nothing to do with you. So you should be fine.
Yeah.
But no, it will. They do look into your background in order to see if you have anything that would keep you from actually getting or being able to hold a license. Now, I live in a state that is constitutional carry, which means I don't need a license.
Correct.
Okay, I just don't. There's a lot of constitutional carry states that you don't need a license.
Nope.
Why do I get a license? Okay. Well, there's multiple reasons. Number one, I get pulled over or a cop is involved or whatnot, and I have a firearm on me. I'm handing them my license and my concealed carry license at the same time and letting them know, just so you know, it's a good possibility there might be one around, and I'm keeping my hands on the steering wheel, and this is why.
Yep.
And they go, oh, okay, cool. They're looking at it like he's up front and he's also gone through the background checks and everything. So obviously there's some,
It
extra
helps.
eyes on him.
It
and-
helps.
Okay. Now, on top of that, okay, when I walk into a gun store, if I don't have a concealed carry license, okay, I have to go through the background check to purchase that firearm.
Said weapon, yes.
Okay. Now, some places it can take a couple hours. Some places it could take a couple of days. Depends on how quick their processing is. However, I hand them my concealed carry license. And they go, oh, you've already gone through all the background check stuff. Here you go, sir.
It's immediate.
I walk out with it right then. I just fill out the paperwork and I walk out. I have my concealed carry for multiple reasons. On top of that, if I decide that I want to carry not just
So
in my
just-
state,
Just as a reference, though, you do that more as a convenience to get it faster.
I'd use it more as a convenience to get if I want to purchase a firearm faster. Yes,
Yes.
Now-
that is the reason for that.
that is the reason.
Otherwise, like me, because I don't have a concealed weapons permit,
Okay.
when I get through the whole process, it's
Yep.
not more than 20 or 30 minutes at max.
Because you might have a FFL, which is who you're purchasing your firearm from, that
Regardless of that, when I was back home, Arizona, I did not have a concealed weapons permit. I used to, but I don't anymore. So that would be null and void. When I would go purchase a weapon, it would still be not longer than
because
In
they're
most
able
cases, when I purchased a weapon, it wasn't that long, 15, 20 minutes at that.
because they're able to process the paperwork quicker. On top of the fact, Arizona was one of the first states that went constitutional carry.
Sure.
Now,
So with that being said, I was in a position to where it would happen faster, but I still think that the concealed weapon side of it / whatever, that is more of a, I could go to a store, buy a gun, get it fucking set up immediately, and then I'm on my way out the door with said weapon.
within typically a reasonable amount of time, yes. And that's what some of the new ATF laws are. They have said, take California for an example. Oh, there's a cooling off period. Well, the ATF has returned and said, bullshit. There's no need for a cooling off period. It's a reasonable amount of time to have a correct background done.
Correct.
In Arizona, or even the state that you're in right now, if for whatever reason, because you don't have your concealed carry license with you, they go to run the background. I'm just saying, if they go to run it and for whatever reason the computer system is not returning the information that says, yes, you're good to go within that 15, 20 minutes, it could be what's considered a reasonable amount of time, a couple of hours or 24 hours or
Sure.
Okay. Now, the other reason that I specifically carry my license is because if I want to go from my state to another state, there's called a reciprocatory law, which means that as long as I have that license, that other state will recognize my license. Even if they are a constitutional carry state where you don't have to have a license, the fact that I have it lets them look at me and go, he's gone through background checks, he's done this, he's gone above and beyond to be on level board, okay, and be on the legal side of everything. We're not going to have to dive as deep on why he's got a pistol in his car.
Sure.
That is my biggest thing, is because I do travel. And when I do travel, I will typically have a firearm with me.
But as an individual, we should not have to have that.
Correct. Should?
We absolutely should not have to have that.
You're right. We should
carry
not.
Anywhere and everywhere at any point in time, any fucking where we go.
Again, don't disagree. But
it just makes the process faster.
It does. And whether you believe that we should or shouldn't, okay, shit in one hand, hope in the other, two different things. Okay, which one's going to fill up first? The shitty side of the house is going to fill up first. Okay.
Only because we allowed it.
Correct. Now, again, I'm just going back to the fact that I don't disagree with you at all. Okay. We shouldn't have to at all, even a little bit, have to have a license. I'm doing it out of an abundance of caution on my end because I know certain things about my travel patterns. I know certain things about places that I go, and they may or may not like the fact that, you know, I'm not from their state carrying a weapon, but, oh, I've got this license that says, hey, we're cool. And they go, okay, we're cool. And they let it happen. O'Neill, you had a question. Are there any states where you don't need anything at all to carry a weapon, concealed or otherwise? Yes, I actually live in a state that does not require you to have any type of license. It's called a constitutional carry. I live in one. Arizona's one. Texas is one. West Virginia's one. Tennessee is one. Okay. There's quite a few of them that are constitutional carry. Our Constitution says you have the right to bear arms, and being constitutional carry says, there you go, you're good, and I don't have to have that. I choose to, even in a state that doesn't require it. I choose to.
So in Arizona, that was that way too. Well,
No, Arizona used to be
Let me rephrase that. You used to have a concealed carry permit in order to carry concealed.
correct. Open
I had
carry,
that. I had that permit for, I think it was a year or two before they changed that,
uh-huh.
where you didn't have to have that. At that
So
point, I decided not to renew that side of it because what's the point?
so here's Arizona used to be open carry. You're fine.
Yep.
As long as you were 21 or older, you
Right.
could open carry a pistol,
But
which
you
means
could
you can
not
have it,
conceal.
could not be concealed.
Then they
And
went to the concealed side of it.
then for the concealed, you had to have 16 hours of classes. And then they dropped it down to 8 hours of classes. And
It
then
was.
they dropped it down to, constitutional. So it can be concealed or not concealed.
Right.
Why do you choose to get the official license if you don't need to?
Well, that's because
I get the license for the mere fact, well, threefold. Okay. I get it for the fact that I know my pattern of going from state to state to state. So the reciprocal laws that allow me to carry in a different state because I have a license. Okay. So that's number one. I do go to different states and I usually have a firearm on me when I go to those other states. Number two, when I get pulled over, when I hand a license to the cop, okay, they're less likely to be freaked out that there's a gun in the car, even though we live in a state that is constitutional carry. They're less likely to be freaked out that there's a gun in the car because they see that I have a license and I've gone through all the background checks. Okay. I've gone above and beyond what is required of me to have a firearm.
which you shouldn't have to do, but
Correct.
you
should.
did.
But
which
think about
also puts the officer at ease.
correct. Because I'm handing it to them, I'm letting them know, hey, I've got it. They're like, oh, okay. Well, we're good in that aspect.
You shouldn't have to do that, but you're doing it out of.
I'm being nice. I'm trying to put them at ease so that they don't get,
You should.
their job is hard
absolutely
enough
not
as
have to. Exactly.
their
But
job
you
is
should
hard
not
enough as
have
it
to.
is. Correct. And regardless of whether you have to or not, when I can put them at ease at the fact that, hey, I've got one, I'm being upfront, we're good there. The other thing is if I want to buy a firearm, I hand them that license, they hand me the firearm, I walk the hell out. And other people are sitting there having to go, okay, well, now I got to wait. Maybe it's 15, 20 minutes. Maybe it's 2 hours. Maybe it's 2 days or 3 days. I can get it and I can go. That's why I do it. Hoopy Star says open carry is silly unless everyone is doing it. I happen to agree. I think it's silly regardless of whether everyone else is doing it or not anyway. There's a reason for that. I have always been of the mindset of I'm going to conceal my shit because when shit hits the fan, guess what? The people that cause shit to hit the fan in the first place, they've already, if they're worth anything at all, they've already cased the area out. That person over there's got a gun. That person over there's got a gun. That person over there's got a gun. That's the security guard. That's the guy that's carrying it on his hip, and that's someone else. Who are their first targets? The people that have the weapons out in the open. Me.
I mean, I could see that side of it too, but also at the same time, if everybody is carrying a freaking pistol and or a weapon,
You're going one step too. You're going one step too far. I haven't got to that point yet.
okay.
If people are open carrying and other people are concealed carry, okay, if they're going to cause an issue, they're going to see the people that have the weapons already, and those are their first targets. I'm going to be concealed carry. Now, when there are when it is a constitutional carry across the board, you don't know who is carrying and who is not, because most people with a constitutional carry have it concealed. Okay?
I'm one of those people.
When you are going to go do something, now you have to not only factor in the people that might have one out in the open, security guard, Mr. Cowboy over here, okay, Mr. Whoever, Mrs. Whoever, and you can see their weapon out in the visible open. Now you have to start taking into account everyone else that might have one, but it's concealed. You're less likely to commit a crime in that aspect. Okay. If everyone open carried, yes, if everyone was open carrying, you committing a crime would probably be even less in that aspect, but that also puts a target on you because you are open carrying. Me, and this is a personal preference, I want to conceal carry. I don't want to put a target on my back. I'm already a white male of, older in military age now, but of military background, possibly, and I'm already got a target on my back.
But I gotta say that it kind of goes back to the old days where if everybody is carrying a pistol on their fucking side,
Everyone tends to behave a little bit differently and a little bit better. Now, there comes a point where people get too comfortable. Just because you got a pistol on your side doesn't mean you know how to use it.
and I get that.
Okay?
So I kind of see both sides of it.
Me, I practice.
I still think that if everybody has a weapon on their side, concealed or not, I guess I can see. All right, so yeah, I do see it.
Okay?
Yep.
The people that have it on their side and the people that have it concealed, okay? I'm going after. If I go
There's
into
not,
a room,
but I mean, the same adage could go with the people with the ones with concealed. They can get comfortable and they're just
no, absolutely. But here's the thing: you go into a room, okay, and you need to take out threats in the room. Who are your threats? The people with a gun that's visible that you can see right then and there, right? That's your threat. You're going in not nefariously. You are the good guy going into the room to alleviate any threats. You're going after the threats that you can see right then and there. Those are the ones that have the weapons out in the open. Okay.
yeah. No, I see both sides of it. It can go either way.
Yeah.
It really
So-
can.
Me, I'm always going to be the one that you're not going to assume that I am the threat right off the bat. I'm going to let someone else do that.
And
Because
I'm
that
right
gives
there
me-
and I'm right there with you because I carry mine concealed all the time.
That gives me a split second that someone else may not have.
Right.
Of protection, of being able to identify who the real threats are, and so on.
And I guess I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here where I can see both sides of it.
Yeah.
Because I will honestly 100% be the person that will 98 to 99% of the time conceal mine.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, mine will be open. But
And I have no
that's
problem
just
with that.
that's just the game I play. So
Now, I will say that when you are in a society where everyone open carries, okay, everyone's a threat and everyone's not a threat at the same time.
right.
Okay. And in that aspect,
But just because you can doesn't mean that they will.
right. No,
So,
I've
it's like-
seen,
I guess in that sense, it's almost like another piece of. It's just like another article of clothing at that point.
Mhm.
So
right.
no, I see it for sure.
I'm parking my butt on the couch and watching a true crime series before my daughter gets home. Well, Erica, I hope you enjoy the true crime series. Is that with Yeah, KDZ, or is that, you know,
Just
something
in
else?
general. Yeah.
Probably something in general. Anyway, it
Thanks for
is what's
We're almost 2.5 hours in.
yeah, and it's been a long one, and I'm personally, you know, kind of happy we didn't go too deep in the flock. You know, I like talking about some of the weapon stuff personally. We didn't have to go too deep into cars and what the government surveillance is going on with cars, and even outside of the government side of it, the actual corporations that have the cars, and what they're doing with it and what the control that they want to have on it. So, but I did find another meme that I thought you might think is funny, and hopefully, if Erica stays just long enough, I think she'll find it funny as well. You got a couple of dogs. I got a couple of dogs.
Mhm.
They love you, don't they?
As far as I know.
As far as you know. I firmly believe that some dogs will love you for only as long as this is relevant. Because I think the one with the cookies is the one that they're going to love.
Yeah, right.
I think the ones with the cookies are the ones that they're going to love. So, all right. It's about time to get out of here, folks. Please get you some merch. We're going to have a little bit more in the store coming up. Okay. Go to KDZ.com for Pro Brothers and KDZ merch. Okay. Go ahead. Go now. Get it. I think at some point we're going to have a limited edition stuff. Also, there's going to be some stuff that is going to be coming out. And again, you and I are going to talk about this either today or tomorrow a little bit and go from there. But yeah, we'll have some stuff that maybe a limited run type of deal. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone coming out. And real quick, before we go, we have to end it with this.
I don't know how many of you are familiar with the .577 T-Rex round. Today I'm going to shoot it. That was amazing.
Love you guys. We hope you have a good one. Please stay out of trouble. Please support us. Like, share, subscribe. Go over, say hi to Ace if you're heading over that way. Notebook, t-shirts, mugs. We can do some of that.
Well, we have this one.
We have a t-shirt.
We have a glass.
Yeah.
But we don't have mugs. But we can get that stuff in there. For sure.
That's what we're going to be looking for. So anyway, thank you guys. We love you. We appreciate you. And take care of each other.